Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, Not the Mama, January 8, 2023.
Engage.
Not the mama.
Baby dolls kill. It's a cool song. Dolls. I can't remember who the fuck sings it though. It's used for the trailer for Megan with a 3. Threegan. Boom, 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 boom. Not the mama. Ba-da-do-bo. Suki, you were just right the hell behind me. Okay. Right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a sewer pond. Gravy. Water's good. The hell? What the blät? Just in time, someone shows up for the battle. The all-new episode of The Transformers. Blah, blah, blah.
Romeo India Zulu says, Transformers, more than mincemeat pie.
Ooh, man, that sounds good. I haven't had, like, something like that in a while. Hey, man, what's up? What's going on? Wait, okay, I was going to say, why
Romeo
is that?
India Zulu says, I mean, sup dude.
Sup. What's up? What's up? What's up? Other than getting food all over me. I hate eating stuff with rice in it because it always falls apart. Kaboom! Well, how did the day go for you? Did you see on the shuttle pod show or whatever they had Nana visitor? Kira?
Orion 1 star says, I Scorp, what gear goes best with Stow Race?
Stow race? Like, race? Like racing against someone, or race as a species?
Orion 1 star says, you like Borg and gems.
Well, I don't have any Borg.
Romeo India Zulu says, it started off slow, watched some football, did some red alerts, cut my hair, more football, probably stow again soon. How was yours? You still got tomorrow off?
I am still off tomorrow. I cleaned coolers today at work. Oh boy. And the reason why it took me so long to like get into the stream was I wrote this huge 2-paragraph thing about how I clean the coolers and sent it to my manager. Like the details involved in how I cleaned each individual part of the cooler. I thought it'd be funny, but it ended up being like 2 paragraphs, really big. Anyway, I do have Jim
Romeo
Hadar,
India
so.
Zulu says, LOL took you so long? It was only 6 minutes past 8.
Well, yeah. Well, it was a lot of typing, and I made it sound more like yay oldie Englishy type or whatever like that, and using the word hast and stuff and breath. And I knew my venture would be long as I traversed the store down the aisles where customers meted me with every angle. I had to duck and dodge to try to avoid to go down the right one until the path was cleared for me to go to the mop sink in the back. It's like writing this whole story thing out. I haven't heard I think they're asleep right now, so they haven't responded. It may be kind of hard to read on Facebook because there's a bunch of it. I just kept going. I took the grill off the front of the cooler and knew that I could not clean it without just myself. I knew that I would have to power wash it in the mop sink in the back. I just kept on with it. I'm retarded. I'm stupid. And there was a gallon tea jug that a customer bought, and it got put into a bag, and they swear that putting the tea in a bag caused it to leak. So they wanted to get another tea, so we had to damage off one of the teas, and it was sitting there next to the front door in a shopping cart with a bag under it. And I was like, what's this? That's when they told me about it. It was the cashier I was working with.
Romeo India Zulu says, to whom it may concern, let me tell you something, brother. I endeavored to avoid the peasants of the general that is dollar.
It's kind of how I put it and stuff, but it wasn't that in detail the old English stuff or whatever. But the one I was working with who was cashiering, her daughter showed up to shop and stuff or whatever. And when I walked up there and I asked what the tea was there for, and she told me we needed to damage it off and throw it away, whatever. I said to her daughter, who was standing there, and to herself or whatever, I was like, y'all dare me to pour this out in the parking lot? And the girl said, I dare you to launch it as high as you can get it and let it splatter all over the parking lot. I said, that's even better. So I got the jug and went out there. She goes, well, not around customers. And I just reared back and flung it as high in the air as I could get it. And it only went 2 feet. No, it went a lot higher than that. Maybe 20 feet in the air or whatever. A little higher. I don't know. But and it came down. It just went kaboom everywhere. She says, oh my gosh, I didn't think you'd actually do it. I said, hey, when I ask you if you're going to dare me to do something, I'm going to do it. That's how I got in trouble by pouring milk out in the parking lot that time.
Romeo India Zulu says, strap 57 bottle rockets to it.
Will that really launch a gallon jug of tea or something? That'd be kind of cool.
Orion 1-star says, just wanted to know if you stack stats for combos race and gear, will ITF things better for play? Romeo India Zulu says, not at all, but it'd be cool to see regardless.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like a good science experiment, Mythbusters. Wanted to know if you stack stats for combos, race, and gear, will it affect things better for play? Stack stats for combos? Like, if you get sets and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Na 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 na. Stack stats.
Orion 1 star says, like race stats and sets on land.
Well, I know that if you put things together, like, say if you want to have disruptor
Orion
only.
1 star says, gear.
I know, like, if you have disruptor only stuff and your kit module. Well, I guess kit modules really don't really matter when it comes to actual weapons, but say like your kit frame, would be like if you're gonna be shooting a weapon and you have your traits set to more damage to shoot and stuff or whatever. But as far as like if space and all, I mean, that's what the consoles that you build up on that for better damage and stuff on that. I'm really not the best person to ask because I myself don't know whatever I'm doing ever here.
Orion 1 star says, LOBI 8472.
You have 8472 Lobi or Lobi or whatever they want to call it. I call it Lobi. I don't know if anybody else calls it that. That's a pretty good amount. As far as land, I don't think there's much you can actually do unless you get a set. Like Jim Hadar set, or I say that because of the character thing. Or like a discovery set that grants you stuff or whatever. I don't have anything on here for her, but say this hostile environment shield, it's part of the Burnham set from Discovery, and you get all three and it gives you more of something to do, like let's see, if you have all three of them, combo finishers heal 20% of your health, so something like that. But I don't really do combos, I just press buttons. I mean, I'm not real good at playing. I'm what they call
Orion 1
sucks.
star says, LOBI store gear item 8472.
Oh, species 8472. Ground gear? The Undine? 8472. Huh. Well. Maybe space?
Orion 1 star says, put in on Gem or Borg.
You're asking me to put it, if you're gonna who to put it what on? I have no idea. I don't even know what that is. Is that a device?
Orion 1 star says,
Armor? Oh, it's armor. Okay, so, well, on Lobi store, I'm trying to search for like filters on the 8472 and it won't find anything. Undine. Well, here's the Undine Biotech Battle Armor for 200. Is that what you're talking about? The costume unlock? Is that just a visual thing?
Orion 1 star says, yes.
This item is levelless, which causes it to scale with your character up level 60. Once you're level 60, you can convert it to X, okay, 10, 11, 12, whatever it is. Upgrade MK is better improved. Values do not reflect skills or other modifiers. 81%. So just putting this on yourself in the costume, or well, just that's the stats.
Orion 1-star says it has stats.
Oh. 81.3 plus physical damage, 81.3 kinetic damage, 45.7 energy damage, 81.3. That boy, they love the 81.3. Toxic damage and 150% health regeneration, negates damage once every 20 seconds. It seems like a pretty cool piece of armor. I don't guess it's part of a set thing though, huh? 200. Ew. I don't know, like, are you asking if you need to buy that or what?
Orion 1-star says it has weapon.
Michael. Oh, is it actually part of a set? What the hell does Undine look like anyway? I forget.
Orion 1-star says, well yeah I am.
But you don't know who to put it on or what?
Orion 1-star says, yes.
I don't know who you put it on either. I mean, I don't have
Romeo
a board
India Zulu
person.
says, go do the mission with Cooper and take a look at an Undine. That will show you what they look like.
I'm completely confused. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to picture them in my head because I forget. They're like weird or something, right? Oh wait. They got like that big head, don't they? The hammerhead shark head or whatever. And inverted knees, right? Like, are they the one with the third leg?
Orion 1-star says, I just wanted to know if the stats actually made an impact on the gameplay so your character was not handicapped by enemy attacks and flanking. Romeo India Zulu says, they're like 12 feet tall insect-looking creatures or whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, all that stuff does add up, you know? I mean, like, my character here, he's got... Damn it, he's getting shot at. I hate it when we're getting freaking shot at. What is it shooting me? It's damn law. But, like, you know, the body armor I'm using for my guy here, if I take it off of him, he actually does leave. Like, he'll lose the resistance protection. So, if you have that, plus some shields that can probably help or whatever, it should add together if it's supposed to. I've never paid attention to that part of the game. I mean, like, okay, let me see. If I take away my shield, well, damn it, I gotta go to my inventory. If I take away my shield, I'm looking at my stats. I know the shields go to 0, but let's look at the stats. Probably have to give it time. Nothing changed because these shields have no impact on anything. Because it's all different shit that I have there. But you take the kit frame. What is the kit frame? Let's see, weapon proficiency, kit, weapon criticals, and all that. You take the kit frame away. Nothing there. It probably just would depend on what items and stuff like that. If the, you know, if they, because there's so many different combinations of stuff you can have on here. Like, even with the kit frames, you can probably add, like, hit points or whatever, you know. And then you have your endeavors. Those stack with your stats, too, and stuff. So, you know, it's a mystery. I'm sure if someone else were here, they'd be able to answer that just right there. But I don't really know all about that. And that's me telling the truth about that now. I'm not going to give you false information and all that. I'm just going to tell you, I don't know. I know that some stuff can be put together to do things, but not all of it. Man, how far away is this thing from being captured? Pretty far.
Orion 1 star says, be careful servers rollback reset endeavor points.
Servers rollback reset endeavor points. Are they talking about rolling back servers? Are they having problems with the servers? You ever know that you're my hero? I can't roll mine back too far. I'm not even like at max from the original time. I did accidentally do my endeavors last night though when I got online again. I got on Gary and did swarm a few more times to get some more points and stuff.
Orion 1 star says, IDK but I had 40 points, now 39.
How long ago was that you noticed that?
Enemy targets on sensors.
Since I'm obsessive compulsive when it comes to playing and streaming it, I would probably see it in my stream. If I knew what day, I could look back at that, see if it happened to me.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Orion 1 star says, 30 days before Q event.
Okay, so that's wise. That was a ways back then. Back in beginning of November, around mid to beginning November.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Dude, Riz, apparently my Klingons can only go 6 feet 6 inches tall. They can't go 7 foot
Orion
tall.
1 star says, maybe 60, can't remember for sure. Romeo India Zulu says, that's probably the TNG limit.
You got the limit. I wonder, like, okay, Riz, you said something about making them an alien or something. Would that be like good for you if I like made your guy an alien? Since you get like the extra trait anyway when you're an alien, right? Like extra strength and all that good stuff. Cause so you'd be kind of like, it'd be like a player. So there's a thought.
Romeo India Zulu says, it don't matter to me, dude, it was just a thought.
Nah, it'd be alright. I just want to do your character justice, you know? I don't want to like make him like 2 foot tall or whatever. Like, fancy meeting you here, me. Hello. I don't know who this is. Pimar Ronan Wolf, 1981. Fancy meeting you here, Scorpona, they says. Okay.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Don't know who that is. That would be a good challenge. I like that. I like the alien idea.
Romeo India Zulu says, I can go do that thing I sent you with my TNG Klingon and there will be no issues, as he fits Gary's era. Orion 1 star says, You can buy trait ads in Z store that Alen's got add to other races now.
To bridge officers? Wait, does your T and G guy wear the same outfit though? Boom! What are we looking at down there, buddy? Okay. I don't remember who this person is. Ronan Wolf. Do I have him on my friends list? I do not. Damn it. I'm mind blanked.
Romeo India Zulu says, no, he wears a Lobby outfit, but he has another costume in a different slot.
Ugh.
Orion 1 star says, player race eep grade.
Yeah, I know you can like get other traits and stuff for your player.
Orion 1 star says, up.
Upgrade. Kinda meh. No longer have a group of friends to hang out with, so I'm back to where I was last year on my own. I don't know who this is. I'm sorry. Sucks. Sucks.
Romeo India Zulu says, New Year, who dis?
I know, right? They apparently know me. Damn it, I probably talked to him before and all that kind of bullshit.
Jesse17 says, sup.
Hello there, Jesse17. What's up? What's happening? Welcome to here. The most out of the...
Orion 1 star says, don't know how to find Voth.
You don't know how to find Voth? Dude, I can show you how to find Voth. I live the Voth life, yeah. So Jesse's 17.
Jesse17 says, look for pointy thing in the sky and go there.
How are you a Star Trek fan? Star Trek Online? Like that? Orion Star, you can go to, let's see. Have you
Orion
done...
1 star says, I need make gem and camp at Voth Park.
Hmm. Have you, on one of your characters... Hey, Judas. On one of your characters, have you ever went to the Dyson Sphere battle zone in one of the missions?
Romeo India Zulu says, sup foo.
I'm lost.
Judas D. Cott says, here is.
Yeah.
Not the mama.
Orion 1 star says, yeah, but can't remember what alt.
Hey. That's the problem with having so many characters. Like, player characters or whatever. You never know, like, where one's been, what they're doing. And it's bad for me because in my head, I create, like, this whole life that they have. You know? Like, they borrow from each other and have to pay each other back or else they fight in my head or something like that. So maybe it's like multiple personalities, and that's what I do on Star Trek. I just bring these people out. I don't know. Judith, how was your day, dude? How your day is?
Romeo India Zulu says, lucky for console players then. Lodong screen shows us where they are in game, like Badger or ESD.
I like the way the bot says Bajor. Which is Badger.
Judas D. Cott says, long work day.
Ouch.
Orion 1 star says, yeah, not just that, but I am not on a lot now, so I forget.
And that's one of the things too. Like if you stop, you've been like playing a game. I've done that several times. Like where I've been playing Minecraft, and then I'll go back to the world and be like, what the hell was I thinking about doing this and all that? You know, it gets confusing. It gets how you say confusing. It's confusing. Let's make a run for it, people. We'll probably get caught up in the blast radius. They're gonna get attacked. I know it. Yep, they got attacked. Don't worry, I'm gonna morph out of here. It's morphin' time. Jesse17, do you play Star Trek Online? Nad. I still need to do something with that.
Jesse17 says, yes, look behind you.
Oh!
Orion 1 star says, yes, so can you PLS upload where to go on YT for me?
Upload to where to go? For Dyson? If you go to your episode areas, then
Orion 1 star says, yes.
like where you do your episodes and things like that, you'll see Solanae. I don't know how to pronounce it. Solanae Dyson, and that can get you started on where the Dyson sphere is. It's like, well, on every character it's different, so I couldn't tell you exactly which, like 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 or whatever like that, but it's the Solanae Dyson. And Sphere of Influence gets you there. Circles within circles. Once you unlock, you can skip Sphere of Influence and go straight to Circles within circles, and it'll put you at Dyson, where it'll put it on your map, like in your galaxy map, to where you can always go there. Or you can accidentally find it and go there, and maybe. Huh. 700-day veteran. One of those lucky ones. And a black triple. Upgraded gear. So yeah, I'd say you've played there, Jess. What kind of captain are you?
Orion 1 star says, thank you so much, I'm gonna try this, you've been a big help, I
You've
greatly
got mail.
appreciate you keeping contact with me.
No probs. I do not. Oh. Okay, I see ya. Alright. USS Hood experimental ship design. So you have it customized? What kind is it? What kind is this ship? Miracle Worker flight deck carrier. Ooh, I love it. Flight deck carriers are great. Elite Starfleet engineer officer.
Jesse17 says, I will sew you one SEC.
Yeah. Priority 1 Zeta something for fleet. Ambassador. Your current tune has 11,805 accolade points. I don't know how many my character had, or this particular one in general. I haven't really been keeping up in all of it. Total points 5,195 on this character. But I don't really go accolade hunting and stuff like that. And that there, okay. Okay, I need to complete that. This is where my finger hurts. Man, my finger was hurting today. Something fierce. Having to clean those coolers at work and
Orion
spray
1
things
star
off.
says, I always wanted to know and still wonder about this if accolades were part of the foundry.
Well, yeah, well, there was an accolade for it, I swear, because whenever I had participated in
Jesse17
that,
says, no.
whenever I participated in the foundry years ago, and it ended, it gave me some sort of a accomplishment thing or whatever like that. I don't think it was any kind of points involved. Like a reward that said, congratulations, here's something or whatever. And then some sort of title. I want to say it was a title. That was a long time ago. We were just talking about the foundry yesterday. If they were like, bring it back or something like that. That would be fun. Change character. Miguel.
Orion 1 star says, yet I had a title that said Foundry on my original Geometer. I'm still mad that I deleted it because it was not augmented to Vanguard. Really wish I kept that character, that way I would have proof, because a lot of people tell me no, but that's what I remember. I am not a crazy person, but I think the developers make you feel crazy because they keep changing S on you that they deny they've done it. Sometimes it happens to where they'll change things and not even mention it in the patch notes. Jesse17 says, you want to see the hood?
Are you in your hood up
Samu
yonder?
says, not de mama.
Not the mama. Are you in your ship above Dyson right now? Or above the battlefield? On the hood? Yo, you in the hood?
Jesse17 says, yes, one SEC.
Okay, I'll beam up to check it out. Yeah, they're bad about changing a lot. Oh yeah! Like Ambassador Kale or whatever, they'll do stuff or whatever. You're like, what the hell's going on? And then
Orion
like, oh,
1
by the
star
way,
says, my character had a title said found me on it, but it's hard to remember straight cause it was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Many moons ago. We gotta make sure that we have the same instance. There's only one instance, so it has to be this one. Yeah. Yeah. There you are. I see you here.
Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim!
It's a miracle. A miracle. We're all purple underneath. Just so everyone knows. Who's assimilating these? Oh, you got the ability to do that, do you? Well, I have the ability to do this.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Which is not very helpful.
Sammy Wraith says, haha, it's still here. Jesse17 says, you think you can outrun Y-Trans warp drive?
Probably
Sammy
not
Wraith
in this
says,
one, no.
Nice.
No, I don't have like my main character is the one that has the fastest ship. This one doesn't have shit. Just basically a gamma synergistic overcharged warp core in mine. So it's not very fast. Anyway, back to Battle Zone.
Not the mama.
Oh, All right. Let's see. Ooh, it's about to bust off with a Rex battle. And very soon, too. I better hurry up and get over here.
Samu Wraith says, ha 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 ha, nice Akerp.
Akerp, how you doing?
Samu Wraith says, score.
How you doing? What kind of engine do you have on that ship? And how fast does it normally go?
Samu Wraith says, damn it, Google.
Damn it, Google, mister. Damn it, Google, mister.
Not the mama.
Jesse17 says, I will offer 1 million EC to anyone who fights me in PvP just for fun. Orion 1 star says, I'm in the Dyson Spear story, but what part was I supposed to play? Samu Wraith says, I have had enough of you, Google.
Selenade Dyson, you can skip Sphere of Influence and do circles within circles, and that'll put you in like the actual Dyson area, like where to go and all that to get you started in the Dyson place. You go talk to the dude sitting at the table.
Remember when Christopher Lloyd was a Klingon? Oh my God!
Oh my God, mister. Oh man, I thought somebody was about to kick this thing off here. Allies are winning. I bet no one's really there. That's how this works, man.
I have
Orion
had
Star says,
enough
repeat,
of
please.
you!
Romeo India Zulu says, let's not
No,
turn this
no,
into
no.
a tutorial of
All
how
right.
to play the game.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about controlling it if you can take it. Look over your shoulder, get ready to run. Ooh, that was a nice... Wow, that... Oh, I must have adapted somebody else's run speed.
Samu
My
Wraith
God,
says,
look at that. That'd be awesome.
Triple H.
Right? Oh, man. That little speed boost was awesome. Dude! Let me stick with this guy. Oh, let me do my own. Like, get over here and actually do some shots on something. Get counted. Shoot the Rex, not the people. Damn. And all these freaking cheaters in here.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Brother, you don't know me, brother, but I know you. Yeah, you Selenade Dyson.
Jesse17 says, you will never be allowed to leave the Dyson Sphere.
I hope not. I love the Dyson Sphere.
Brother, 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 brother.
Brother. Yeah, circles within circles. Orion.
All 3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
That gets you started on mostly Dyson. Because Sphere of Influence is like the introduction to the Dyson Sphere, but unless you want to like actually do that and go around with Worf hearing him say what and weapons. Emphasis on the H. Because they say H over there in other countries. Let's see, outskirts. Okay, let's hop instance.
A warrior does not complain about physical discomfort.
Especially this warrior. All we need is
Orion
a
1 star
miracle.
says, tie so much.
Tie so much. Hey. Ooh. I mean, if you wanted to get like an accolade on Sphere of Influence, you jump off in that little
Jesse17 says,
area.
how about 2 million?
2 million to do what? Huh.
Orion 1 star says, jump off what?
There's a accolade.
Jesse17 says, space PvP.
There's an accolade on Sphere of Influence whenever you open up the doorway that leads to all the opened area in the sphere what is it? It's not a sphere thing. It's a when you go outside from being inside on there. There's like the door opens and you can actually just run and jump off the map.
Samu Wraith
And it
says,
gives you an accolade.
sorry Jesse, even if I was home I'll pass on PvP. This is my happy place. PvP makes me want to punch myself in the face. Grinning _ face _ with _ sweat.
Oh yeah, my players are not even set up for any kind of PvP, that's for sure. They barely get set up for just PvE.
Jesse17 says, but you get a free 2 million just for going.
Nah. I'd pass on that. Boom.
Judas D. Cott says, I'll 1v1 you in Apex.
Yeah, Judas will play in Apex. Cross-platform too, since you're on PC. He's on Xbox, so that works. Instead of PvP on Star Trek, it'll 1v1 on Apex. How's that? Yeah, good trade-off there. I nominate you.
Samu Wraith says, PvP in Stowe is not exactly popular. I don't see anyone running it.
Yeah, there's very few people that ever use it on here. There's no push for it, you know, there's no reason, in my opinion.
Jesse17 says, it's not, I'm just bored.
I've never seen like a reason to actually do it. I mean, even the what do you call that? Damn it, the reputation. You know, whenever you do that and you open up the reputation stuff, it's just a bunch of junk that pops up in your inventory. There's nothing really special there. It's not pushed, you know. There's no
Samu Wraith says,
oomph to
the
do
only
it.
thing PvP rep is good for us, the rep impulse engines.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The free boxes you get just clutter your inventory anyway. I can't remember the last time I even like looked in it for any of my characters. Yeah, she's still at level 2. So. Dun, 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 dun. Step 1 instead of ass, say buns. Doesn't kiss my buns or you're a buns hole. Oh.
Samu Wraith says, I just got to rep 3, got the engines, never did it again. Scorp.
I think I've done that too, but I'd choose the synergistic ones from the Gamma Quadrant because they're supposedly like the fastest or something like that. But I think what is it? Competitive Impulse is it? That's fast. I can't remember. I can't remember unless I'm looking at it.
Orion 1 star says, Ty Scorp, I found IT.
Sweet. Yeah, you can do the whole like part of the mission. You know?
The hunting wabbits.
You can go in there and go inside the wherever it is. Talk to dude behind the desk. That's
Look
where
at that happy banana down there. I hope he gets fucked up. I hope he gets peeled.
And then later on through the storyline.
Samu Wraith says, at Chodastikot I still love peeled.
Supply woes, tower. The Omega standoff, I think.
Judas Decot says,
do that one.
LOL.
If you do Omega standoff, it'll make you go through all of the dice and stuff like I'm doing right now. Like it's part of the actual episode mission or something. But I just do it anyway. Because, you know, it's Dyson. And I have a problem. Oh, that's a fake one. Damn it, somebody else's. Quit shooting at it. It's not real. It's a glitch. Stop
Samu
shooting
Wraith
at it.
says, swear I keep hoping someday you'll make banana emotes at Chodastikot.
Hey, one day he might. Banana peeled. He's got to have time, you know. Like, life seems to happen and it takes up your time doing things. You got to, like, do real life stuff. And so, it puts a hinder like on what you're doing. I try not to make mine do that, but it seems to happen anyway. I get like all
Samurath
these
says,
ideas.
I know he works, I'm just saying someday Scorp.
One of these days. Is it Bang Zoom?
Samurath says, one can dream. Judas D. Cott says, I actually looked for one, couldn't find any good ones.
Ooh, we can make one then, huh? I like the way that your too spicy one guy looks. Where did you get that one? I probably asked you before and I've done forgot, and if so, I'm sorry, you know, because I've got a memory like a squirrel. I could totally manipulate one to look like a banana split.
Judas D. Cott says, I don't have a way to make them. Samurath says, I'm not super great at drawing, otherwise I'd make one.
I could
Judas
sketch.
D. Cott says, Judas too spicy.
I just love that. That thing is so awesome. It reminds me of, I think I've said it before, the Worms game. You know? That's what that looks like to me. That's a fun game. I used to love playing Worms.
Samurath says, me too Scorp, I love it also. Judas D. Cott says, yes.
Man your weapons! Fire! No. It was a fun game. That's probably cross-compatible if it were, or cross-platform. If it were free to play. It's probably not free though, is it? Or whatever version's out these days. Change character. O'Neil. If I can get like a bigger version of that, I know that they're like they make them emotes a little bit different sizes.
Funny thing is, Scorp, I'm working toys tonight watching for a battleship game you'd be after.
Oh, well, the one I have somewhere is the electronic talking battleship first generation, I think, from back in the 80s that talks. And I want to get the audio from it because it's hilarious. Prepare for battle. Select game. Game 1. Select players. 2. Select
Judas
whatever.
D. Cott says, I had that too, lol.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. And I, you know, I lost the book really early on, so I always had to manually put my ships down, but I didn't understand like what it meant, what direction. Because it would say, like if you played it versus the computer, it'd say like, you know, enter patrol boat, letter,
says,
number, direction.
well, they seem to be bringing back retro toys and games, so you never know.
I know, right? I've often thought it'd be a cool thing to have, like a battleship version in Star Trek. You know, like where this, the grid would come up, say like a 5-on-5 game, right? Like you park your ship a certain place, and a little like holodeck grid thing comes up in between both the teams or whatever. And you position your ship and it locks it in place, and you fire actually from your ship to the other enemy, like overboard, like a torpedo or whatever. Just in my head I had that thought.
Orion 1 Star says, you could do Federation against the Mirror Universe. Any generation of track would be great for this.
Yeah, that's what I think. You know, it'd be pretty cool. But hey, you know, I'm just a fan of the game, and no matter what we want, we'll never get it. It'd be so easy to do that. They could like totally like make a thing with that. I guess it would only have to like fire torpedoes, because then it would have to like, I don't know. Because if you fire like cannons or beam weapons, how would that go over to hit the other ship or something? I don't know. it would just shoot to nowhere and then bam, you'd hit them. That would be kind of cool though. Let's make it happen and get sued by Cryptic. What I need to do is just get off my lazy ass and get up in the attic and really do some digging. I never gave that thing away. It's probably in my room. I don't know, I'll look for it one day.
Use the chat voice. You, mister. You sunk his battleship.
You've sunk my battleship.
Battleship destroyed. Well done, chat voice.
You've sank my battleship, mister. Sank it. Patrol boat's been hit. All crew abandoned ship. Repeat, all crew abandoned ship. Get to the life pods. It'd be kind of fun. And it'd have like the animation when one of the ships goes down, you know, it like just bust apart and shit. Alas, that would be fun. But this game's not about fun, so never mind. Oh, dude, did I like do this wrong? It worked. Dang after dang.
Let's mess with those things.
Yeah. Who is that? And why aren't we waking them up? Because they can't be woken up, okay.
Orion 1 star says, this game is about squeezing us like cash cows. I play this game because it's the only MML for Star Trek, but that does not mean I am putting new money in it.
Yeah, I definitely
Sam
would not.
Says, I remember the advertisement for the electronic battleship, never owned it.
Well, there was different versions of it out there. Like when I was looking up the one that I had specifically, and the way it sounded and stuff, I didn't find that one. Like even on YouTube, nobody seems to have it where it's playing and all that, and the voice for it. And some of them have sliders versus some just have yellow buttons. Mine was a yellow button one. Or is. It's somewhere, because I know I didn't give that shit away. I know better than to give it to a kid. They had little tiny pegs that could hurt themselves by eating it. Because, you know, that's just the way it is. It was different when I was a kid. I seemed to take care of the shit and, like, keep it together.
Samu Wraith says, Orion, I am such a ship nerd. I put a little money hit and miss in, but not like hundreds.
Yeah. I put as little amount as possible. J-double-E-double-F-double-do. Boy.
Orion 1 star says, I'm trying to get my lifetime account to build up to buy the 10-year anniversary pack, then I'm going to stop.
That's like your end game then, to get the 10th anniversary. That was one of my end games too. I want the legendary ships like the ones you see on TV. You know, that's my kind of end game thing. I mean, I'm not gonna go like ape shit crazy and spend hundreds of dollars and stuff, but that's why I'm doing the you know, Dyson run, the grind, converting dilithium over to Zen, and whenever something comes out, usually I'm behind on it and get it anyway, but yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks that a lot of the legendary ships and stuff are stuck behind bundles. I would think it'd be kind of cool if they weren't.
That's like if they ever made a STO 2, I'll probably be playing that too.
Yeah. I'm sure it would tick off a lot of people, you know, if it started fresh. They'd be like, nope, I'm out. I'm not going to do this again. I would play it, you know. If it were free to play, hell yeah, I'd play it. Hopefully it'll be better than what we've got. I mean, they can't make it worse, can they? Never mind, they probably can. Let me hold off on that then.
Orion 1 star says, I play it too, but you have to have the Foundry on there for player content creation.
That was the pretty cool gimmick that they had. And also, I think I've mentioned it too. I always say that I've mentioned it because I always did mention it.
Same, I'd play it, I'd be like, hell yes, make it with Unreal Engine.
I've always heard and read it somewhere that when this game came out, it had an app associated with it on phone too, to where you could like go in and do your duty officer assignments or your ship stuff or whatever just by doing that. And you couldn't like play, like run around and fly your ship or anything, but you can do like DOF assignments and little tiny things here or there or whatever. And it would be synced up to your account for Cryptic or whatever. I don't know if that was ever true, but I did read it somewhere. I know I did, unless I'm misremembering, because you know that happens a lot, Mandela. Yeah. It's kind of like the mini game you can play for GTA. You know, if you ever played GTA 5, you can actually download the iFruit app or
Samu Wraith
whatever.
says, a content creator I won't name was telling me you can still do that Scorp duty officers and Admiralty. Orion 1 Star says, somebody told me about that too, but I don't know if it's true either. Somebody could be lying to us. There's been a lot of people on Facebook to try to give misinformation on purpose. Samu Wraith says, on a phone.
On a phone? Oh, another content creator? Yeah, because I've always heard about that. There's also, it's for PC only, but the ability to save your character creation and share it with someone else, or save it and modify it and then put it back in the game. And up to 2 years ago, people were talking about it still working. I've never tried it really to work, but I think one time I may have. I'm not sure. So I'm lying and I'm telling the truth at the same time, so it's really confusing to me. Half of me is lying and the other half is saying yes. I know the website though, and I've actually uploaded to it and downloaded and put it into the game, but nothing ever happened. But like there was talk of like changing your character's gender, race, or whatever like that, values to make them even shorter. And the website is still out there. I mean, I can link to it right now, but I don't know. But you know, anyway, like GTA 5, I don't know. It may have been also for the Xbox and PlayStation. You could do
Orion
this.
1 Star says, I will be happily accepting that. Please give a link.
My gosh. Feed the children and they will eat anything. Yeah, let me get to a safe place.
Yeah, he swore up and down it actually works. You don't have to be on game to keep acquiring your Admiralty and stuff.
It may be still connected somehow. But I know like whenever you're in GTA, you could on a smartphone or a smart tablet, or maybe even in, I think even in Windows has it too. You can download the iFruit app or whatever that's inside the GTA game. Like, you know, that your player opens their phone up and you see like iFruit or whatever. But you can also download that for yourself, and you can play with the bulldog or the rockwaller or whatever, and he'll take shits and stuff, and you have to clean it up. And you can play fetch with him and all this stuff, and you can create plates for your vehicles and stuff in the garage feature on there, and upgrade your car while you're not like in the game, so that when you get to the game, your car will have the new engine and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of that's kind of how it was supposed to be for Star Trek Online, is what I heard. Okay, let me get to a safe place then, and I'll get that link just cause. People just randomly standing there. Yeah. It'll say probably take a quick Google to find it. And then the Borg came. I want to find that audio clip because I swear it's out there somewhere. Because we always used to joke when I was a kid about, and then the Borg came, you know. Alright, this is going to take a moment. History. Because I think I was there not too long ago. Because the other day I was actually reading something. And, saved character editor, that's what it is. Copy. And paste.
Scorpwana
Copy
says,
pasta.
https://www.staacademy.com/tools/character_editor.php.
Yeah, that there is the character editor that was supposed to, like when you save an outfit in your game, like when you go to the tailor and I don't know, on console, I guess can you save
Wraith
outfits on
says,
there?
at Orion 1 star, let me know if it works.
I don't know if it works for console or not, but it probably doesn't because you have to actually have a file to upload. But on PC, you can go to your tailor and save the outfit, load outfit, and when you do that, it actually creates a file in your game folder on PC to where it's a picture, like an actual image of your character, but it's got some code written into it as well that tells the game like what kind of values to set for this character when you load it up, and the game goes by that versus like by your look and that it has inside the game or whatever. It goes on client side versus server side, and you're supposed to be able to take that file, put it on that web page, edit the characteristics so that you can, and then save it again, and then put it back into your folder on the game. And when you launch,
Klingons do not faint.
when you launch the game again and go to the tailor, you're supposed to be able to load it from there to change your character based off of that, loading it from the computer. But I don't know. I think I've tried it, but I may not have. I can't remember really. And I remember it like not working or something. Because I was trying to make a character like super short just to see if it could happen. I think there was like a thing about height on that. Gravy. Not the mama. See, step one. Let me read the page here. Let's be bored. Save character editor.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
What is the saved character editor? The saved character editor lets you edit the gender, faction, or race of a saved character files. It does not let you use races that you haven't unlocked in game.
Orion 1 star says, could you imagine if you basically took an alien right and you basically took the stats off a jammed R and stuck it on an alien? That would be freaking sweet, cause it would totally deceive other players.
I don't know if it'd be able to do that though. You see, why do I need it is the question on the web page. And it says, if you want to transfer a certain look from one character to another, this will help you do it. If you want your Romulan to have the same face as your human, this will let you load it. How do I use it? Follow the steps below.
Wraith says, I don't want to do that cosmetics sure.
It has nothing about Windows 10 though. So it says browse and select files, so it's going to select a file. If you click on it, your saved file can be found in the folder, blah, blah, blah. And it tells you like what folders. Pick a new name for that file. Leave it blank. When using this in Star Trek Online, the options need to match your character. So you selected gender. It says don't change gender or change it to male or female.
Wraith says, heard Windows 11 is buggy as hell, Scorp.
Yeah, me too. Faction, it says Starfleet, Klingon, Romulan Federation, Romulan Klingon. Then species, it's all the listed species of the game. Then you click edit file. So apparently it thinks you're supposed to be able to change your faction. I highly doubt that works. It looks like a piece of shit, like a fake, something to get somebody's hopes up, but it's still out on the internet. I don't know why. Oh, wow. That caused me some lag. Anyway, get back to the game. Previously on Detoured.
Wraith says, sounds yanka too bad it doesn't work.
I don't know if it doesn't work or if I may have done something to make it not work. All I know is It's out there still on the internet, on that page. Been there since Windows 7, so that had to been launch time area maybe of zone of the game, like, you know, around that time. I just don't see it actually working. Like, there's no way to change a faction or whatever. I mean, well, it couldn't have been a launch game because when the game first came out in 2012 or 10 or whatever it was it 10? It was 10, wasn't it? There was only just Federation, right? So you couldn't be anything else. And then eventually they started adding more stuff because people started getting pissed. That's why we have Klingons and Romulans and Jem'Hadar and other stuff. We still don't have a Ferenginar, though, but maybe one day. A random Klingon.
Samu Wraith says, love having Klingons.
Cling on me, bitch, when you're not strong.
Orion 1 star says, Fed and KDF at start.
Oh, just so you had those two? Okay. Because I wasn't here for that. I came years later.
Samu Wraith says, but let's add Borg.
Borg. Well, I know that they're never going to add like the Borg ship because apparently they can't figure out how to make a human player
Orion 1
fly
star
it.
says, KDF start L20.
They would start at level 20? Do they still start that, or have I forgotten? I've probably forgotten. That's how I am. Who's next? Jem'Hadar Kirok. I am so lost. I'm not found.
You will die without honor.
You will die without honor. Mr. Honor. It was like this, my honor. You will kindly address this court as your honor. It was like this, my honor. No, not your honor. Your honor. It's like this, my honor. Three Stooges. Come on, Alan
Orion
and
1
Steve.
star says, you can still go to the original starting point of the Klingon faction, but you have to be level 20 to get into the room. I have tested this. They still have all the characters there, but they do no action. I saw an original video that showed once you fought all the bad guys in the battle room, the Klingon woman gives you get a kit from the Ferengi on the exchange room, but I would still love to be able to do ground PvP like that.
Are you talking about, okay, I think I may have talked about it yesterday. There's a place where you actually fight ground combat in like a little arena thing, right? Is that thing?
1, 2, 10.
Orion 1 star says, yes.
Because I know you go there, do something or whatever, and it's always like there as an option to get next to, but I think you can still beam to it, but no one ever goes there. Happy New Year's, Fleet. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Samu Wraith says, that outtake has grown on me, Scorp.
I know, it's different. It's like it's new to us.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
Feliz Navidad.
Orion 1 star says, well, I don't know if you can beam into it, but the room I'm talking about is on the Klingon planet. You have to be level 20 to get into the Klingon barracks to get past the door.
Oh, the barracks. Yeah, I remember the barracks. It's like had Klingon stuff. And so yeah. Well, I think they may have that walled off. Because the other day, whenever I was as Gary the Klingon, going in there.
Well, congratulations, numbnuts!
I was going to get a training manual, but I went to the wrong area because I kept swearing that I could go through that door that wasn't there anymore. But again, you know, Kronos or whatever used to be more populated with NPCs too, where it was like a madhouse of Klingons there. But now it doesn't, because they did something. They turned them off for some reason. I can't remember what for. But Yeah, because it used to be super crowded there. I always got lost and confused. Maybe that's why. Because I got lost and confused, they decided to turn off the NPC.
Klingons do not
All
faint.
3 silos are under Allied
Klingons
control.
don't
Excellent
fly
work.
down there. Klingons. Them there Klingons. From West Virginia.
Orion 1 star says, I cannot find the place where you jump off a ledge and you get on achievement. Can you please show it when you get time?
Oh man, you gotta go like through the story. On the let's see, episodes. When you're doing Sphere of Influence with Worf, there's a point where you and Worf go through and have to rescue everybody that's in these little prison cells.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh, dude, no, really? No, Riz, no. And the door you go out of, that is the door. It's like, because then you and Worf run around.
Nice to meet you, lad. They called me fuck us.
How you doing, fuck ass? I'm Romeo.
Dude, I need to watch that movie. I want to watch that movie so bad. But in the mission, you and Worf are like running around and finding all these gateways that are around, and he's like, this is a gateway to my world, you know, or whatever. He's like talking about it. And he said, this is a gateway to the Earth, or whatever, and this is one to Romulus, or something.
Way to go, a-hole!
But it's just an accolade, so it's not really important. It's just a little fun thing that you can do. Falling off of things and jumping off. I mean, it's not super important, you know. I mean, if I came out with a tutorial of how to get accolades, maybe I'd do that. But I don't really have the free time on here right now to do that. Meanwhile, Snake, what happened?
Snake! Snake!
Somebody in the game wants me to play with them more. Look at this. Miss Hornets, Nibiru, whatever, 12. Fuck off. Get off my lawn. Go
Well, let
find
me
some,
tell you something, brother!
Go find some spot, jerk. What the fuck are you talking about?
Samuraith says, wow, he told you that.
Yeah. Miss Hornets at Nibiru 12. Fuck off. Get off my lawn. Go find somewhere, some spot, jerk. I'm here for my daily. You cost my dit loss.
Samuraith says, and in response I say,
Lurk.
Fuck you!
Your dilithium loss. Do you need a tissue or something? Okay. Okay.
Orion 1 star says, just after I completed the endeavors for the VOF, the game kicked me out.
Do you need a tissue? Private message. You need a tissue. Okay. Do you need a tissue?
Samuraith says, who the hell died and gave her property rights to this instance?
I know, right? Said, I'm here for my daily and you cost my dilt loss. So I put on there, okay. Do you need a tissue? People in this game are retarded, man.
Samu Wraith says, that's when I send a report and block.
That's right. I should put, do I need to report you for swearing?
Samu Wraith says, do I tea?
Do I diddy diddy dum diddy do?
Samu Wraith says, in the words of Palpatine.
I put on there. Do I need to report you for swearing at me? Because I
Samu
once
Wraith
got in
says,
trouble for swearing at
and in
someone.
the famous words of Atchodasdikot I also say.
Get shit on!
Get shit on. They're here for the dilithium. Well, you can do Voth hourly, so what the fuck? Mm. La da 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 da. That's almost like that time that I was my Latesha character, and somebody was capturing one of the artillery zones or something, and I wasn't aware of like what they were going to do, and I ran in.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
Oh, they replied back, go ahead. I don't want to stay here a long time for my daily, not 1 hour, even not with you. When you get my way, go fuck off. My.
Orion 1 star says, I need to make a character named that.
My. Like, if I put, my, aren't we the angry one?
Samu Wraith says, what a ass you reported, dipshit.
I'm not gonna report him. Yeah, you're not right.
Orion 1 star says, I hope their account gets banned and it was a lifetime account.
Yeah. Well, you know, the one time that I used the F word to somebody, even though this game has a profanity filter. I die.
Samu Wraith says, at Orion 1 star, yet I don't tolerate insults either. Just,
Myself.
wow.
But I don't make it a habit. Getting pissed. Reason. Yeah. They're like, do you understand how it worked here for fast dilly and kill time? And I was like, I Dyson daily myself, but I don't make it a habit of getting pissed for no reason.
Samu Wraith says, for real acre. Samu Wraith
Shit.
says, Scorp.
Damn. They threw me off my game. Well, damn, now I'm going to have to spend an extra few minutes recapturing. Shit. Man, that pisses me off. Rare.
Samu Wraith says, yeah, they think that nothing happens if they get reported. Well, guess what? I never seen the people who I report again.
They're saying to me, see, rookie boy, I don't need your help. Even once you see what I was doing here, then you turn, go another spot for open, okay?
Orion 1
No
star
speak,
says, just to bring this up, yes, I do come here for a company of Scorp and player assistance. If I don't get interfere with this, can go faster, and then I won't be asking question, but if you make it longer, I will take up the whole stream if I have to. That's how difficult I have a time with trying to get information.
So I'm gonna put me no speaker in gibberish. How's that? To them in the game. This is me
Just
talking to
Paul
someone.
Says, this isn't your personal place for assistance.
Me no speaker in gibberish.
Orion 1 star says, Scorp is willing.
To do what?
Orion 1 star says, assist me with the occasional question.
Oh, well, if I know the answer to a
Samurai
question,
says,
I don't mind.
People, I swear, hurling insults, just wow, it doesn't happen often.
I know, this person right here is getting all bitch fitty. It's crazy. And as soon as I can get this damn thing going here, oh my god. I think I'll go complain to somebody about it. Ooh, Dyson. Is that why you look for excuse and lazy to play around and get advantage of players' spot for last minute? I earned $1 million daily per week. That how it work?
Orion 1 star says, even if you don't know the answer to a question, I appreciate your honesty, cause I've been jerked around so much on Facebook. But yes, Scorp, this is your show, no one else's. You have can bro, and I appreciate your assistance and I respect you completely.
Hi, are you on your feet all day? Good morning, Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need all day. Hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy, you doing? Hey, big guy, shitting me? You don't just $19.99. You don't need all these.
Samurai says,
Hey, how you doing?
shut people up.
You're killing me. Just $19.99. Here's how to do it. Good morning, everyone. Are you on your feet all day? With you all day. For just $19.99. Good morning, everyone. Here's how to work. Is real. Go.
The omega particle levels have dropped below 75%.
Just Call Makor says, this is not how I think I shut people up. I just hate how the first thing I seen when I joined stream is this entitled message. Sure, Scorp might be willing to help you with questions, but don't act like you can just come in here and take a stream/chat hostage because the streamer is generous.
Okay. Is that what you look for? Excuse and lazy to play around and advantage of players' spot for last minute. I earn $1 million daily per week. That how it work? No. Now you understand. I understand what? I feel funny that you joined Stowe like 3 months.
All 3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
2014.
The Bob Fortress has engaged transporters.
Playing.
Troops inbound.
Okay, we still need to like capture or something, right? Or no?
Just Call Makor says, 2014 was 500 years ago.
That's right. And in here, this woman's going, I feel funny that you joined Stowe like 3 months.
Samuraith says, okay whatever man. I'm tired as hell, haven't been sleeping. Your deal, you talk to whomever, I got my own stuff occurring.
Even like your account, less 6 char, trait for almost 8 years. Try. I don't understand what this person is talking about. NPC. Where's the colors? Chat options. The colors.
Just Call Makor says, I don't think they understand what they are talking about.
I know, right? That's what it kind of is. It's like they're speaking gibberish. This Miss Hornets.
Samuraith says, I'm just like this guy online Scorp.
Yeah, Miss Hornets at Nibiru 12 in the game is who I'm talking about. So if anybody's confused, I am too.
Samuraith says, what a dish.
Right? Tell. There, that's better. Just the 2 S's. Harassing. Damn it. Played him. For no reason. Since in the past, I have...
Back to your stations. The bots have returned.
Perhaps they should get one too.
Samuraith says, some people think they're untouchable Scorp.
Piff, you too slow. Maybe you stink, player, with your fleet advice and info. I got 43 with 65 ranks. Fast done for 10 years. I don't care what you have. Oh, this person. Care what you have.
Samuraith says, think Cryptic won't touch them because they've been there so long.
Yeah, they've been there for a while. I rid of whatever trait before new and Armada, limited, lousy, etc. I don't care. Look at this. Watch this. I don't care. I don't care. The fuck ever. Who gives a shit? Okay, what do I got going on here? Change instance. Then get off my lawn. Remember that. No. No, you big bully. It didn't show up or something. What the fuck? I can't see what I've typed. I hate when that happens.
Samuraith says, it don't mean anything how long you played. Being a butthole isn't grounds for harassment.
Right? Get off my lawn, remember that. Where is this person at? I want to find them and, like, become their friend. Yeah. Do you harass other players in the game too? That's what I'm asking, man. Boom, 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 boom. Damn, it never says where they are. MS. Hornets. We're becoming best friends already, I know it.
Samu Wraith says, lucky this guy isn't on PlayStation, I'd send him a message too.
Oh, they've changed their person. Let's see. No. Let's see. No, you are harassing me. They said, I didn't harass you at all, just speaking out. No, you are harassing me.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
They've changed characters, which means they're still here.
Samu Wraith says, no, that's harassing, you need to look at the definition, son.
Right. Let's see, reputation. And right there. I need to find them. Become their friend. Admiralty, no. Yep. It's definitely somebody who's had something up their ass for too long. I need to get it out. I think alas, that's what the world's turned into. Scoff, a lot of, let's see.
Oh, God damn it!
A lot
Well,
of time,
that didn't work out very
what I can do. Go ahead, report. I'm sure they will reward you some milk like crybaby. You keep talking instead of ignoring me, isn't it? I'm sure they will reward you some milk like crybaby. You keep talking instead of ignoring me. Lowercase I, capital S N T, question mark. I don't know what that means. You keep speaking gibberish.
Samu Wraith says, wow, he can't even justify what he's doing.
Right? I've not had that much fun in the game in years. We're becoming friends, I know it. Sends them a friend request.
Samu Wraith says, saying random off the wall shit.
Right? Dude, I'm totally able to do that myself. It's funny. Okay, now we can change to our character. Oh, they said something else. No. No. Let's, damn it, shit. Our message. No. And stop trying to get my personal information. Thanks. They were like, wow, you must be 15.
Give me a fucking answer!
You must be 15-year-old boy or what? I was like, stop getting my personal information. Damn it. Hurry up. This is fun. I love it. It's hilarious.
Samu Wraith says, get your personal information, what the hell?
Yeah, that's what I said to them. I said, why are you trying to get my personal information? Just don't touch me there. I can totally say that. Keep talking, tissue piff. No, you. No, you keep talking to me.
There.
Samu Wraith says, this has gotta be a kid.
Shake them off.
Just remember, you initiated the conversation
beat the
first.
devil out of them.
So therefore,
Shake
you
it off. Cover everything in the studio. Shake it off. Shake it off. Beat the devil out of it. And cover everybody in the studio. And that's what makes it fun. Just enjoy.
So therefore, you require the digital.
Just beat the devil out of it.
Beat the devil out of it.
Just have a little fun and off you go. Shake it off. And just beat the devil out of it. Give him a shake.
Samu Wraith
And
says,
just beat the devil
shake
out
him
of it.
off, Scorp, cover him with everything in the studio.
There we go.
Right.
That splashing's the most fun.
Orion 1 star says, okay, so now I have a note made from the Acolyte, now I can go and search on my own for other Acolytes. Thank you so much, Scorp.
You're welcome. I don't know what I did to help, but I'm glad I was here. I see you spy on me because you work for Stoadmin in depth. Never said I did. Never said I did, but whatever you want to think.
What? What? What?
Never said I did, but whatever.
Samu Wraith says, what the hell is with this guy, lol. Orion 1 star says, you are able to help me find the Vaughn area, and you told me where there was an Accolade. I have been unable to find this area since I started playing the game 4 years ago. Been very confusing, also given the way things have happened for real life for everyone. My standard playing group have broken off.
Well, any little thing we do for each other is a good thing, you know. If it's little tiny satisfactions every day, make your day go by better. That's awesome. I put in there, all I know is, as long as I've been playing this game, I've not heard this much whining from another player.
Orion 1 star says, are we talking about in your chat or playing inside the game?
I'm responding to somebody in the game. Cause they're getting mad at me because I ran in and killed some Voth when they were trying to kill them to get dilithium or something, and now they won't leave me alone about it. Yes, they did. About 30% of players' account. I'm not following what you're talking about. I don't understand. What the hell are you talking about?
Samu Wraith says, what the hell is
You're
he on about now?
just throwing random pieces of things.
Orion
to
1
our
star says, I
conversation.
always considered this area even though I have never been able to get into it until tonight for the first time. I mean, at least from what I can remember, because I was here one other time but I don't remember how it was done. Is that I consider this a free frozen. Orion 1 star says, free for all zone.
Free for all. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and this person, because there is this hourly thing you can do to get dilithium. You know, where you kill so many Voth, and the more Voth you kill, the more dilithium you get. I just ran in and saw that there was a zone that needed to be capturing. I didn't know there was a thing where we like called our spots and, you know, this is mine, you can't have it. This person's giving me grief over it. Get off
Just
my
Call
lawn,
Nicole
what the
says,
fuck?
stranded. Yes, she was now the first person ever to land on Venus, but that was of little consequence. Her name would be read by millions in school as the first to land here, but that celebrity would never actually be seen by her. Samu Wraith says, I don't get why he's complaining. The objective got completed. What's his problem? If you get the Voth even team killed, you get credit.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying I stole their Voth kills, therefore I kept them from, and all I did was shoot once. It's like the player years ago that could have probably been this person that chased me all over the map, demanding that I
Orion
give
1
them back
star
their
says,
their.
I thought it was a female player.
Well, they were
Just
playing as
Call
a female.
Makor says, he makes $1 million dill a day. Just Call Makor says, and you stole his kill.
That's right. Now it's a fight to the death. But
Just
I was.
Call Makor says, you have only been playing Stow for 4 months. Samu Wraith says, stole? That's not possible. LOL the fuck.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, though, when I was my Latesha character.
Orion 1 star says, there is no way you can return a person's kill. This is not like real life deer hunting.
Yeah, right. But when I was my Letitia character years ago, somebody was capturing a zone, and it didn't show that anyone was capturing, so I went over there, and I ran in. I did one of those artillery lowering pylon things you do on Dyson, and all of a sudden the boss came down, you know, and I helped defeat the boss, and I ran off. But when you're there, the battle zone credit orbs can be picked up by you automatically. And apparently I picked up 10 of them. And this person said, give me back my command credits you just stole. I'm like, you can't exchange those. I just ran in here. I'm sorry. What the hell? And they followed me through the whole damn thing, telling me to give them back. I was like, do you not know how this works? Piece of shit. I mean, that was just, and now this person, I don't know what the hell. Ah, damn.
Orion 1 star says, they must be a new player, forgive them.
Now, this person here that's complaining to me is apparently a veteran type or whatever.
Samu Wraith says, what the heck, he followed you. Rolling _on_ the _floor _laughing.
They were going to make
Just
sure.
Call Makor says, you are the one that doesn't know how this works, being a noob 4-month player.
Stow chat informed they banned some players over their pissed off and upset. For me, they silenced me for 24 hours a few times without chat room.
Just Call
Well, I
Makor
can
says,
understand why, then.
I bet you can't even tell me about Blue Lozenge Lane. Griebig says, now I want to follow you around and ask you for my marks back.
Hey, Grievog, what's up? I can understand why they banned you. They're like, Stow chatting forum. They banned some players over their pissed off and upset. For me, they silenced me for 24 hours, a few times without chat room. LOL. And I said, I can understand why they banned you. Gosh, this person's hilarious.
Just Call Makor says, tell them to join your stream. Samu Wraith says, yeah, he's probably going to get banned again. Orion One
Snowmen are
Star
coming down
says,
Gold Sphere
I mean
and
I
blue
am not a
lozenge
beta player.
lanes.
I had the opportunity to become one back in the past, but my Dell laptop was not up to the challenge. I wish I could have had that time back then, but yes, I've only been a player for 4 years, and even if you are a new player, people can still buy lifetime accounts, so you still get the veteran title, so there's no real way of telling if a person really is veteran or not.
True. But they do have a name that doesn't have the number sign next to it. And I think that's like only after a certain time did that come out.
Returned.
They've also got 50-something characters.
Today is a good day to cry.
Orion One Star says, that engaged in 2013 I believe when ARC started. Orion One Star says, Scorp, sorry if I couch off.
That's no problem. I must say though, you are being quite... Whoops. So what? They can't ban me for lifetime, or for good. They can't afford to lose me because of my money from the Zen and purchase, etc. for my history for 12 years. They can't, can they? Then I put on here, I said, I must say though, you are being quite entertaining to my viewers. Oh, goodness gracious.
Orion One Star says, LOL.
Who cares? Exactly. Look, like just they said, who cares? And I'm gonna put down. It's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
Samu Wraith says, yeah, they can, moron. Repeated offenses can get you perma-banned eventually.
Goodness gracious. I said...
Orion One Star says, if I cut you off, Scorp typos.
No problem, man. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They said, who cares? I said, that's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. Who gives a shit? Ah, man. Greebog, when you're playing the game, have you ever upset someone by
Orion
not
One
doing
Star
something?
Says, how many daylight films do you get in an hour for killing Volf?
Well, you get to do it hourly.
Greebog says, which time? Samu Wraith says,
which time?
Repeated reports cause longer bans if I understand their system correctly, Scorp.
Well, Greebog, this person
Orion
or
One
whatever
Star says, okay, the amount hourly, please can you give me the number?
Well, it depends on how many Voth you kill. As far as the it pays out about like 1,000, like dilithium at most, or whatever, around 1,000, a little over, per hour, depending on kills. And okay, they said, see, I refuse to use my Twitch.tv for Stowe since they rejected me when I offered them on the table. It's stink money anyway. I'm not on Twitch for the money. Not on Twitch for the money. And I'm not. I'm on here to play and have fun. Dang. No, this person was doing the Voth kills, Greebog, and I just, like, I ran in because I saw a zone that needed to be captured. Well, I shot a Voth. I shot one Voth. And this person said, they told me F off, get off their lawn. I just, like, ended their
Orion
whole, like,
One
the
Star
lithium
says,
get grabbing.
wait, this person was about being a Twitch streamer that got rejected by Stone.
Yeah. So now that they've been, like, constantly just prodding at me about me like stealing a kill that didn't let them get their hourly dilithium or something.
Samurai
Yeah.
says, spamming the crap out of him.
Yeah, I mean, who gives a shit? So I told him like.
Rebik says, I have had people yell at me in TFOs for following the TFO instructions, instead of doing some chess method.
Oh yeah, those are the people.
Orion 1-star says, so what you need to do is you need to turn around and hunt him and then steal more of his kills just to prove a point.
Oh dude, that'd be funny as hell. Run up there and just like grab one and whoops, rookie boy,
Samurai says,
you should
LOL
be.
Orion.
Computer and video card too, and pay cable bills too. Waste of your money. Wait, okay. Rookie boy, you should be. Reason you out of pocket on your computer and video card too, and pay cable
Samurai
bills too.
says,
Waste
and
of
teabag
money.
the fire out of him too, Scorp.
Watch this. Do you actually think you're upsetting me? Do you actually think you're upsetting me? This is but a child's game. Making me fucking laugh. Making me laugh out loud for real. Oh god. Like you have more viewers, like 1 million people. That's all you get paid. Some tokens, piff.
Orion 1-star
What?
says, you should tell this child to get off his father's account and let the father play Stowe.
Like you
Samurai
have more.
says, rolling underscore on underscore the underscore floor underscore laughing.
You have more viewers to like 1 million people. I don't care. Let's see. I don't care what they're talking about. It's funny as hell. One remains. It's always this one that remains.
Orion 1-star says, one remains while there can only be one.
There can only be one, yes. Why they gotta talk to me while I'm doing this here? It makes it harder. I'm complaining. I'm gonna complain and cry and complain some more. The only complaint I have is swarmers. Little bastards. Let's see. One more little note to them. I don't Twitch to... Let's see. From my friends. And have one viewer. Still have fun. I get that you are upset over nothing that is important. I'm not. Damn it! It ran out of time. I hate the thing that it doesn't like let you keep typing. This is important. I'm not going to keep play. What? It's Daisy. Playing. This ping pong chat. So this is my last message to you. Have fun and trek on. I did it all for the bookie. And that's it. I'm not going to respond to them.
Orion 1-star says, score up the difference between the two of us. Writing this kind of a message is I would be asking for, and I would be telling them I can't type anymore. Good luck because my hand is hurting.
Right.
Samu Wraith says, what a idiot.
Ah, you're crazy. Apparently they don't know how Twitch works. LOL. It's no fun. For me, I will quit everything with the computer next 4
Orion
or 5
1
years
star
because
says,
living
need
arrangement too
caps on
high.
to read all text.
And can't buy other new computer, out of date, not worth it.
Griebig says, I would tell them I can't message you anymore, because I can't breathe from laughing so hard at your BS.
Well, apparently, it's no fun. For them, they will be quitting. Why can't you ignore me for good? Ha 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 ha.
Orion 1-star says, just block them. They will get frustrated when they can't send you the next 500 messages. Samu Wraith says,
if I block
at Griebig indeed.
If I block them, how much fun would that not be? It's fun to watch them suffer.
You're so shallow. Oh, please. Feels like one of the deepest people I know. He's so deep. Come on, just tell him how deep you are. You'd be lucky if you understand this.
My depth is immaterial to this conversation.
Oh, you see.
No more
Orion
beer for
1-star
you.
says, well, as long as you don't have pain in typing, I'm talking physical pain.
Yeah, well, typing, you know, over the years has gotten rougher for my fingers. Especially since I'm used to the other keyboard that went out on me. I'm thinking about getting another one, but Splash. Splash.
Orion 1-star says, it sounded like dog fell into a pool.
It was Doc from Back to the Future Part 3 waking up and throwing his face into a big old thing of water. Ugh.
S to the U to the C to the K-I-T. Suck it! Goddamn.
Suck it! It's almost like saying Sega. Sega! That old commercial. Where's Archer? There he is. Riz, did you really leave? He sure did. Hmm. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Acquire battle zone credits. That.
Griebig has subscribed.
Get over here!
Dude, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, though.
Orion
but,
1-star
you don't have to
says,
do that.
I'll make a gem call it Voth Killer.
Voth Killer.
Samu Wraith says, Riz, where did you go?
Greebog, I do appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription.
Samu Wraith says,
You don't have
add
to,
Orion
man.
1 star and troll this guy.
Voth Hunter. Yeah, you troll the guy in the game.
Orion 1 star says, wait, you want me to get into the game and throw this guy with Scorp. Samu Wraith says, Orion put a red devil outfit, find him and stalk him.
I don't even know where the guy is in the game. It's irrelevant. Here comes a big one. Voth Mech. Wow, gosh, they went down quick. Oh, yeah, Trip. Never mind. Yeah. I forgot I have him with Sabotage, so that's why.
Orion 1 star says, no, I wouldn't be able to do this. The reason I'm creating this tune tonight is so he can permanently be in the dinosaur that Score was so generously kind to help me find tonight, and I never want to lose this area again.
Yeah, I stay in Dyson like all the time. I should not have collapsed the whole thing. Just remember, if you're in the beta quadrant, it's like right in the middle of it. That's how to get into the Dyson sphere. Only if it's the story has activated it to be shown in the map.
Orion 1 star says, my problem is that I migrate my tunes all over for Q's Winter Wonderland and then I lose the place where they were originally, so this is why I've gotta make one last jammed Arton, and he's not going to be a Gamma recruit because they put too much C in your bag when you join for that recruitment, so he's going to be a standard, but he will be a Vanguard.
Right. Yes. Who was it that told me like it's best to have different types of Jim Hadars and all that kind of stuff, or what is it? Engineering, tactical, and science of some recruit or whatever to get something special or what? I can't remember. Yeah, y'all shoot that guy. What's the point of having other officers with you if they still get shot?
Orion 1 star says, I don't know who said that, but I did take that advice. I have at least one science gem and one engineer, and anyone else I make after that is usually a tactical.
Yeah, I'm big on just keeping tactical tunes for some reason. Like, if I have a science tune, I never do the sciencey stuff in space. I just end up just beam weapons or something like that. Whenever, you know, they talk about control and exotic damage, and I'm like, but pew pew? Can I pew pew? But starships go boom. I mean,
Orion 1 star says, originally the first Federation mission where you saved that bullying, in the second mission of a Federation character you were supposed to be able to have a team of each career, like 3 people, and you were supposed to be able to get accolades out of that, but that thing has been broken for so long that it's not even worth doing that anymore. It doesn't function.
been broken for so long. There's other stuff that's broken too. What is it? That's the Borg, Defira zone, where you can fight the Borg all the time on ground. There's supposedly like a place where if you get so many Borg pieces, you can put it together to build like armor and stuff or shields, and it never works. Like the creation thing there just is broken. It'll work every once in a while, but it won't for like days later. And it never gets fixed, but nobody ever uses that stuff anyway. Guess that's why I can never hardly make it. Ba 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 boom. Let's do this one too. Well, somebody's about to do that. I shouldn't like bother them. I don't want to get them yelled at. Yep, I'm just gonna watch them do their thing. Hopefully, I didn't collect any of their command credits. There we go. Yeah, let get all your stuff. There you go. Okay. See, I'm considerate. I let that dude.
Orion 1
get
star
that
says,
section.
that could be due to it being on a crazy time limit. I know that once you've got that mission that I'm talking about, when you completed it you were able to get a summoning information pad to summon the ship. These kind of pads are now stuck to like 3-hour long time limit, including Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah, Kobayashi's been added to that, the cooldown for that, yeah. There's, when you're Federation, you go help out some freighter or whatever, and then you can, like, call it hourly or whatever. Or is it every 2 hours or something? It cools down, and they added Kobayashi to that, too, so now it holds off as well, and it ticked a bunch of people off. Which it doesn't bother me any. I mean, if you can't just like buzz your ship over to the nearest area that has that, or whatever, you know, it's not like it's hard to get somewhere. But I get it. You know, a lot of us are impatient, so we want it now. And you can just call a ship over and say, "Okay, here you go." One thing I always recommend, like if you're doing ground, or if you're constantly a ground person, like myself, I don't think Archer has it, but you can summon a trader. There's a mission in the game where you go save Quark somewhere in some cave system, and some aliens are there. And as a reward, they give you a holographic trader to summon when you're on ground, and you can access the exchange and bank and mail and all that stuff with it. Let's see. What do we want to do?
Griebig says, that was a bug. Thought they fixed the Kobayashi Maru device that gives the buffs. As for the transponder to summon it as a freighter, not surprised it shares with the other summoned freighters. Orion 1 star says, was this in the Gemma DAR storyline?
It may have been, I think. Let me look real quick. Gamma Quadrant, right? It's not Quark's Lucky 7. Maybe is it the Search? No. That's the one where you like I think you get the flare, right?
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into
there it
the
is.
reaches of their territory.
Personnel Karima trade comm guy. Yeah, it's the Search on the Gamma Quadrant arc. Yeah. That dude comes in handy. I need to have Archer do that eventually.
Samu Wraith says, is he still messaging you, Scorp?
No, they completely gave up. Unless they're trying to message Ushanka, because I'm Archer right now, so I don't. They're constantly talking to nobody out there. Because I don't know, it should transfer over, like if you just hover over someone's name and
Orion 1
stuff.
star says, they can't tell that you are on the same account.
Well, they should be, like, I know whenever someone's, like you hover over them, you can click private message, but there's also, like, you can press backspace on the keyboard and it also do that too. So, yeah, they probably, like, talking to me and I'm not seeing their messages. Aren't you gonna say anything? Well, you're not talking to me, man. I mean, the fuck? Yeah, I've had a day, so I don't really care to argue with someone through text on a game. I mean, damn. This game's not about, you know, it's more of a stress reliever than a stress causer. I mean, that's why no one does like the PvP, because if you did that and someone would win wrong, they get pissed off or something for you saying you cheated.
Samu Wraith says, he's probably like,
give me a fucking answer!
He throws some bail at him. Yeah. It was kind of brave of him to boast about, like,
Orion One
Cryptic would
Star
never do
says,
anything to him.
I did PvP on an Endeavor. It was a huge mistake. My ship got wrecked.
Yeah, I've done it a little bit, you know, for the Endeavors and stuff. That's basically it, though. I mean, when I started off with my now main character that used to not be my main character, I mean, I did a PvP every once in a while and always got P-owned, you know, as they used to say, pwned. But I never go for it right now. I mean, only, like you said, Endeavor. That's the only time I ever do it. Because I'm all about my endeavors. Or as Trizander says, Pendevers. Or, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yay.
Orion One Star says, Pew Devers.
Pew Devers, yes. Yes, Pew Devers. Devers. We got some CBLs at work to have to do. They're computer-based learning. One of them's like about diversity and inclusion, whatever the hell that is. I haven't done them yet. About the pickup service that we have.
Samuraith says, or Trizander calls it paperwork.
Hell yeah, it can be too. But it's challenging. It's something to do. Like, I get to thinking, if I've ever like ran out of something to do in this game and maximize my endeavors, I would still continue to get them anyway, because it gives you something to do that you don't decide to do yourself. You know. Yay, 984 dilithium ore from just doing that. Yay! Hip hip hooray. It's crazy. It's crazy that one person can rely just on doing the Voth kills once an hour a day or whatever on this game. It sustains them for their dilithium. I mean, damn. I still don't remember like how much it gives you. I forget. But you have to, if you get maybe 8 to 10, it counts as 20 kills, so it gives you the dilithium reward for that. But if you get like 40 kills, it gives you like one of them 720, then it's 1080 for something, and I don't think I've ever seen it past 1080 before. Don't. Nickelodeon. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, and that, and character. All right, now go to me. Yay, we finally made it. If it weren't for the chatting inside the game with that one person, just think of where I may be. Let's see, let me do my little reputation hourlies. So far, like, you know, Riz saying, why don't you do your hourlies or something like that on your reputations? And that has been a good, dilithium thing. I mean, even though I do have a lot of marks, or, well, they're kind of dwindling. But that's been a pretty good cash grab for dilithium.
Klingons do not procrastinate.
Gary does. Gary the Klingon. It's kind of brave of that person, though, say just because they're like a paying customer of the game that they won't ever get banned by it. They get banned off the forums. It's like, I understand why, yeah.
Samuraith says, Riz told me not to do hourlies for the longest time. Orion 1 star says, this is untrue. I have known people that have been paying customers, they get banned, so whenever there is an exploit I stay away from it.
Yeah, that's a lot of the thing, you know, a lot of the paying customers of games and stuff always think that they're above any kind of consequences because they pay for it, but no, it can actually happen. They get the big head or whatever. Yeah, the hourlies, they'll eat up some of your resources though too, if you don't have enough marks and energy credits and stuff like that. But they're a very good like dilithium grab if you're going after dilithium.
Just Call Makor says, she looked at the control panel and knew there was nothing that would ever get it back into working order. She was the first and it was not clear this would also be her last.
Dun dun dun. So we're gonna do since the Endeavor's already done by me accidentally yesterday. When I got back
says,
online.
I will laugh so hard if you one day hear back from him like it's all your fault I got banned for 6 months.
Yeah, shows at my job or whatever like that with a gun in my head. It's all your fault. I was playing this game and throwing thousands of dollars away at it. And now I can't play it anymore. My life is ruined. The fuck? She was the first, and it was not clear this would also be her last. This always sounds like the message I sent to my manager when I got home. Because I was in charge of cleaning the coolers tonight at work. And they were a wreck, and I didn't finish all of them either. So I sent 2 big paragraphs in Facebook on what method I took to cleaning them and each individual step I took in cleaning them, so that they would know that I actually did work today and cleaned coolers. Yeah. I was like, I took down the wired rack that was holding the milk up and knew that the little bits of black in there was not normal. It was mold. So I decided to take it and wash it off with the hose in the back room where the mop sink was. It was I traversed many aisles to get there. And in the end, I was met with a customer at the end of every aisle. I knew that I would have to try another way, another route, to get to the mop sink caves. Guess that comes from playing with Gary too much there. I mean, I even took the grills off the front of the coolers, you know, because the coolers have that bottom grill that they can be accessible.
That boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball.
And I took them back there and washed them off and stuff, and cleaned out all the old dead milk that was in the bottom of the milk cooler and stuff, and didn't make it all the way to the other coolers, but I got pretty far. Wore myself out pretty much. I didn't do anything else. They had down for me to recover, to stock freight, to do this, to do that, to whatever. Dude, you tell me the first job you give me, you said, please do the coolers. I'm like, okay. That's what I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to give you any more. I'm not going to, like, rush through that to try and get everything done. No, no, no. You ain't paying me enough to care about the rest of it.
The shipyard is secure. The starbase is secure.
There was a fun moment, though. One of the doors was squeaking. And I couldn't help but do a bean moment there. And like,
Orion 1 star says, about the Jamajera, wish we had the outfit like they had in the shows.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, the stuff that they had in the show, that's not actually every bit of it's inside the game, you know. But they're close. I mean, there's something. I mean, I don't even bother with mine having the right clothing. I forgot all about the Jim Hadar, to tell you the truth, until I started watching DS9 again. Oh, look, someone's got the big Siradiani, whatever name ship it is. Closed radiation gateway again.
Gateways are emitting intense levels of theta radiation.
Theta radiation! Don't tell Stan Lee, rest his soul. He'll have another idea for a new Marvel character. This time, theta radiation. You gotta imagine. Or at least I do imagine, you know, like, they're at the pitch meeting or whatever for a new Marvel character.
Samu Wraith says,
he's sitting there.
that was like Scorp. They told several days for us to purge our overstock bins, and one gal who was alone that day was just organizing, and I asked her, did you run anything? Her answer was, no. I was like, the fuck, but I didn't say anything.
So she made it look like she was working on it by just rearranging it. Oh my god. Make it look different so they think you actually worked it. Yeah, we've got some HBA bins like that at least once a week we'll try to clean them out. You know, it's where all the tote shit gets placed and all that kind of crap, candy, the small stuff, you know. And we'll work on getting it out as we can. It might be better, like, you know, if we had more people.
Samu Wraith says, pretty much.
Yeah. And it's always like more shit keeps getting put in there and you run out of space. Then everyone gets like upset and panicky because, you know, it's not getting out and stuff's not on the shelf or whatever. But then again, at Dollar General, they skeleton crew you to death there. This is impossible. I don't see a deactivation for this gateway. Okay. Are 4 on this side? What is 4? Somebody complaining already in here. Look at this. Jury rigged forum. Are 4 on this side? This side of what? No? I'm over here by myself, thanks. No?
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Slash team. I'm over here. I'm over here. Question mark. I'm over here. I see this Matron Holden person. No, it's not Holden. It's apostrophe Olden. Are 4 on this side? Because this is the close down the radiation gateway.
Samu Wraith says, same thing with the old man who no one wants around, condenses big pallets of water, he rearranges it, put it together, stocks nothing, and like I told my managers, cause many times he gets in the way with it, and I'm like, how about he actually does something? They keep making excuses.
Yeah, probably because he's old. Yeah. That's the thing, like, sure, it's good to sort stuff. Makes it easier to put out. But if you don't put it out, what's the point?
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Run to the planet. Warning. Bitty, bitty, bitty. That old man's probably been there forever and they don't want to let him go or anything, so they like say, oh, just do this and we'll pay you anyway. Alright, there's a gateway right there. Where's the thing to, okay, and nobody was around and it okay. Wow, it just disappeared by itself. No one,
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
I'm gonna run to the planet too, damn it. Okay. And everyone else was on the other side. Okay. Okay. Well, I've been over here. I don't know what to tell
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Samuraith says, exactly Scorp, if you're really not adding more merchandise to the shelf, what's the point? Stuff's still in the back.
And if it doesn't get out on the shelf, it won't be counted correctly. Then all of a sudden you got overstock. Cats and dogs living together. Yeah. Just been over here.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Oh, let me get that real quick.
Samuraith says, mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria, yeah. Teammate saying, hey, and everyone else was on their side, or the other side. I was like, yeah, I've just been over here.
Herald Dreadnought.
Well, that was quick. Herald Dreadnought. I didn't think that happened already.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
I've not had many people talking to me in the game for a while. I had some person that came in and said, fancy seeing you here. And in Dyson Sphere, I'm like, yeah.
Herald ships are attacking the starbase.
Very eventful day, I'd have to say. Very eventful day, I'd have to say. Sounds like something from Letterkenny. To be fair.
Samuraith says, it's the same BS, they want things looking pretty over merch being on the shelf, and I'm like, what the frick, dude, it can look gorgeous, but are we going to make money on how pretty the store looks?
Yeah, they are all about that damn beauty
Then
shit.
why the hell don't we actually stock more?
They are so over the top with that shit. And then they
this is not Pud Pad.
then they'll have like a
No, kid is not Pud Pad. No, kid is being a dildo.
then there's it'll have like an empty spot on the shelf, and they'll be like, why is that empty? Well, you want it to look pretty, so there's nothing there because we had to worry about pretty. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand wants, and vice versa. It's so insane. Retail itself is just crazy, but I've always been told that restaurant work is even more crazy or something like that. So Judas is working in the crazy cray.
Samuraith says, yeah, I don't get it, Scorp, it's unintelligent.
It's like they need a good swift kick in the ass. Let's see, what do I need? What's the lowest thing? Discovery Legends. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's only at 99. Holy crap. We're running low on marks. I never thought that day would come. We used to have like over 2,000 plus or whatever of each mark, and now look at it. It's done gone down to... Some of them have 800, some 600, and now 100. My goodness gracious. Great balls of shaving. I don't know. Insanity. All I do know is...
Not the mama.
Not the mama. Today's topic on hand, not the mama. I guess it would be completely a thing, you know, like the person yell at me in the game, well, you're not my mama.
Samuraith says, at Jodastikot, is restaurant life that insane?
I don't think he's in here either. Because he might be streaming right now. I don't see his name on the list, but that doesn't mean a thing. Viewers count and namings and lists and stuff don't really mean anything on Twitch anyway. If somebody can be there and not be seen, not be counted, it's just all over the damn place. All right, let's go to Gary. Change character. We're building Riz.
Look what mean old Mr. Gravity did.
Ernest P. Worrell. I don't know that I have any Ernest ones set to a command. Look what Mr. Gravity did. Alright, Gary, we're still in front of the trader guy, so let's see what we got. Okay, we got some stuff.
Samu Wraith says,
Barrett's
I'd love Ernest to be set to a command.
Know what I mean? I'm surprised I haven't had it, though, but there's so many things that I don't...
A Klingon warrior does not have to explain why he chooses to face danger, not even to his Parmakai.
Worf be telling Dax off like, bitch! Like Jesse from Breaking Bad. Bitch! 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 Okay, Jesse. Bitch! Okay, Jesse. Damn it. Bitch! Tourette's, Jesse. Tourette's. Okay, we're going to forcefully do Swarm. Because I need the gamma marks and stuff for the Riz I'm creating. Riz's character.
Samu Wraith says, I could send a compilation of Ernest if you want it.
Know what I mean? I've come across a lot of the YouTube videos and stuff, and a few sound samples here or there, and that's where they're at. They're just sitting in my sounds folder. Can be played randomly because they're not associated with the sound yet. Analyze biological characteristics. What do you get with that? Hold on. Let's see. Where's the assignment chains? Probably get nothing. Okay, I have no idea if that's a... Talk to trader. Yeah, what kind of deals you doing? Barter, 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 barter. Well, this one then disappeared on me, dang gummit. Dang gummit! Dang on disappeared on me, man. They wouldn't. Dang on. Unexpected business opportunity with Tullaberries. Haggle for Tullaberry. We're gonna haggle again. Haggle with Tullaberries.
Samu Wraith says, that episode of DS9 was actually on today by the way, Scorp.
Really? Dude, I can't keep up with all the ones they played. They're all over the place. I mean, the other day they had like the very last episode of DS9. Then it was all this like the first episode Worf was in. Then it was over again. Then it was like the an episode where the baseball
Samu
player
Wraith
comes
says,
to life.
I still can't say enough how much Lupin the Third is annoying seeing it repeated.
Isn't it though? It makes you want to just stab something. I swear. Yeah. I keep seeing Power Rangers, Lupin the Third, and I swear during the Power Rangers I hear Curly nyunking. I hear nyuk 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 somewhere in there. It's whenever the Black Ranger flips a putty over in the promo, it sounds just like a Three Stooges nyuk nyuk nyuk. I've heard it so many times, I'm hearing things in it. You see, it's gotten crazy. And I've been seeing, like, the cartoon girl in there putting her red sunglasses on all the time. The two guys jumping over a building.
Why don't they play Voyager on there? I don't get it, Scorp.
Who knows? It's like the Star Trek channel. It just plays TNG. But last month they did play some TOS on there.
The Herc are about to overrun this.
And it was really amazing. Oh, dude's got the same ship I've got, or sort of the same ship I've got. I mean, same looking ship. So my top, yep, we're brothers, dude. Brothers, dude. Nice ship. Check it out. What team? Gary
Orion
likes
One Star
your
says, there is TOS and Deep Space
ship.
Nine on two different channels. One channel has TOS and TNG, and the other channel, as far as I know, only has Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. This Toron person has the exact same ship that Gary has. So I had Gary in there going, Gary likes your ship, Toron.
Orion One Star says, it's on the Roku.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Is it Pluto TV you're talking about too? I keep mentioning that. I need to like get a sponsorship or some shit, right? I'd never do that. I'm so stupid to even know how to do shit like that. Stream Elements keeps sending me this thing about how to make money with streaming. How about leave me alone?
Samu Wraith says, Gary appreciates your ship. Orion 1 star says, yes, what they need to do is have more channels, that way you can have all the Star Trek you want, cause I ain't gonna pay CBS.
For real, yo. Well, that's the thing, like, they had, you know, just TNG on the Star Trek channel, and then all of a sudden they have more Trek, which has DS9, but then TOS was there, just briefly, or it could be there more, I don't know, because I haven't really had it on lately. But who knows, maybe they'll have even more Trek with Voyager, and even more Trek with Enterprise.
Sam Wraith says, hell no, I won't pay CBS.
Hell no, we won't pay. Go. Pay? Hell no, we won't pay. BS. BS, we don't want CBS. What? I don't know. Trying to think of a rhyme for that. I can't. It's too early in the morning or late at night or whatever time of the day it is. Yeah, okay, it's after midnight. So yes. It's after midnight for me here, and it's almost 1 p.m. or whatever. I don't know. That's fun. All I do know is I gotta have more cowbell. That's about it. Oh, dude needs some energy. We need to like send some power over to this little Jim Hadar ship. Little bug ship he's got.
Well done.
Weldon, is that you?
You're gonna want that cowbell.
Gonna want that cowbell in there. Hey, Core, you still here? Cool. Tomorrow's Monday. I need to watch the preview to Quantum Leap before I see the episode, because I just need to. 'Cause I'm dumb.
Orion 1 star says, I'm playing the tutorial for the Jim Hadar. I just created the character, now I'm going to run him through.
Gonna run him through with like a sword? Ouch! People always give shit to the Jim Hadar, but I don't mind him. I hurt myself today.
Samu Wraith says, I need to get back my Drive Who episodes.
Yes. Oh, Orion Star, since you're starting a Jim Hadar, make sure you do the home mission so that you can always have Ketracel White. The ability, and you know, the immunity to it, to where you don't stagger and stuff. Because I see a lot of people, they won't have that, and they'll have to get, you know, their Jim Hadar will stagger and look drunk all the time because he's in withdrawals. And it
Orion
lowers
1
your...
star says, thank you, that's why my guys have been acting like they've been going through after all, thank you so much.
Yeah. It's the last mission on the Jim Hadar storyline.
Says, at Orion 1 star, wish I could get the bug ship Jim Hadar ship.
Jim Hadar, Jerome Broden G. Repair satellite. I want to repair the satellite. Why'd I go away from it, dumbass? But yeah, I don't know, like, it may be difficult, but play through it as best you can, even on like an easy difficulty level, just to unlock the ability to make sure your Jim Hadar aren't staggering all over the place. You can create your own Ketracel White.
Orion 1 star says, oh yeah, the legendary version, oh I would love to get that. I'm just got the T5U. I think I upgraded one geometric bug ship, now they're all upgraded.
My Sharona. The dude chose need on everything. Yeah. Rockin' around.
Escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
Refuge.
Hurt ships spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
I refuge to help. Refugee. Jim Hadar attack ship. Little bug ship. Lollipop. What kind of bug ship is that anyway? Probably won't tell me, will it? Nope, nope. Just says Dominion. Okay. The game's very brief on its information about things. What kind of ship you flying? One in space? Okay, thanks. That's what I need to know. We're getting no action over here at lane A, just so everyone knows. Damn it, clicked the wrong button. Okay. Deploy tractor mines. Good idea. Let's do that. Leonard Nimoy. Tractor beams. 1 million dilithium a day across 56 characters. Man, that person must be a huge purchaser of every damn thing in the game, man. They got that many players.
Samu Wraith says, that's like hunting ships on the exchange score. If you type exactly what you're after, it says no matches to be found, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, and if you don't, you'll find it. Type in something exactly. I think you should be able to like type in a partial name for something and it find everything for that.
Get over there.
You know, like if you're looking for engineer something, you should be able to type
Orion
in
1 star says,
something.
oh yeah, you just don't use the category settings. Everything is not functional when you try to use category settings. I found this out by the Star Wars MMO.
What was it Ox was saying one time whenever he was telling me to look for something, or telling someone to look for something in the exchange, to type something in exactly this way or whatever to find the item? It was like a partial word with like a dash, and it found whatever it was. Because if you just went looking for it regularly, you wouldn't find it. And no matter what ESD says, the exchange is never down in 1,400 hours. ESD is a liar. You hear that, ESD? You is a liar.
Says, I mean, hell, I type a ship type or something frustrating.
That's why I'm just on the quest to get legendary ships unlocked without paying money and stuff. Ooh, we got them coming down through here.
Down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Protect them from who? Protect them from you. You beast.
Orion 1 star says, Scorpion, are you a console player or are you playing on the computer? Also, are you a lifetime player?
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
I'm PC and not lifetime. Because I refuse to spend $300 on a broken game.
Samu Wraith says, they say certain ships are selling for 1.5 billion EC. I go look and zip. Nothing.
Holy shit. 1.5 billion. How isn't it like 2 billion or something is like the maximum amount a ship can be or something? Yay, little Kobayashi, look at him go. Kobayashi Maru.
Orion 1 star says, can you actually get the deleting exchange to actually function? I'm still waiting on a cell to go through. It's been 3 weeks. Samu Wraith says,
oh
yeah, 2 billion.
Yeah, on PC, you're going to have to, it's going to, what is it now, like a month and a half? Did something goes through now? 45 days.
To escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
So yeah.
Hurt ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
It's gonna be a while, dude. Console players, it still works like instantly, but for us, there's just too many offers out there that make it so it's not even working. I know my last one that went through took about a month and a half. That's why I've kind of made it where every Wednesday I'm going to try to like put a batch in at a time, so at least something is flowing within a good time frame. I still don't know why it doesn't show it. I think it's stupid. I mean, if it's stuck at 500, let everybody know, because people coming back to the game that are used to the dilithium exchange working correctly or the way it used to, they're like, they see a blank screen and they're like, what the hell's this? You know, course, you can always put it on sale, Zen or something, and you'll
Samu
see.
Wraith says, I generally can sell 10 keys make my X on console.
You sell 10. Well, how do you get those keys? Do you use Zen to go to the Zen store and buy them? Or do you like buy someone else's bundle and then resell them for a greater value?
Samu Wraith says, Zen off the store.
Ah, so do you do the lithium exchange to get Zen, or do you actually purchase, like with your PlayStation store? Do you purchase the Zen off of there?
Says, spend $10.
Oh my gosh, man! Spend real money to get it, huh? Well, you're helping the game. Huh? You gotta say that. There's nothing wrong against that. That's for sure.
Samu Wraith says, yet I get tired of waiting LOL.
And that's how they got you. Yeah. Our inability to have patience can sometimes backfire on us, you know. Bam ba dam boom bam ba dam bam. Gary, we won again. As if it was going to be an option not to win. Oh, we're getting red alert on PC on January 10th as well. Yay! Hip hip hooray that the complaining helped. Hello! Hello there! Yeah. Haggle for Jovanite. We're gonna haggle again. This little trader dude's awesome. I'm glad Riz told me about him, because I totally didn't even see this guy here before. Haggle for Tracy
Warrior
White.
does not complain about physical discomfort.
So I never thought about this dude over here on DS9. Barter. Exchange self-sealing bolts. No, thank you. No, I want to get stuff. I don't want to pay for things. For unrefined Catcher Soul White. Ew. Analyze biological characteristics of unidentified, unrefined Catcher Soul White. Okay, it's a chain of 4. So analyze. So that's this one, expand. So what do you get from it? Nothing?
Samu Wraith says, you need the Earnest EU.
Ew. I know, right? I need to find a good one. What happens is, when I look for the Earnest stuff, I get on YouTube, but I end up watching it more so than recording any audio from it or whatever. And then I like start doing the YouTube thing where you go through every damn thing on there and looking up shit. You know? And then you end up watching cats. You know, listening to music or what? I don't really listen to music. No. I'm all musiced out. In a day or 3.
Samu Wraith says, just a suggestion, but maybe making its own folder for Earnest.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. If it's going to have a lot of certain thing, I make a folder for it, so it plays straight from the folder. Like Judas, he has his own folder on mine that has all his sounds in it. Mantis has her own. Riz has his own. Bale has his own. Street Fighter, all that. They have their own folder. Where it's all kept up, pushed together. But Ernest simply has like...
You got any fucking idea about... Hey!
Hey! Yeah, Bill O'Reilly, apparently he's got his own because he's got 2 sounds. I don't know. Ernest has... I can't even figure out where Ernest is. Do I have him up?
Tiger uppercut!
Tiger knee. Ooh. Damn it. I still remember that shit. Tiger knee. Tiger uppercut. I hated that version of Street Fighter. Only one that sounded normal was like
Yoga Flame.
And they go Hadouken on there. You go round 1, fight. Like, are we looking to be happy here or are we fighting? You know. Because I can tell you what's not happening.
Hadouken!
Sure you can. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Sure you can. And I hated it whenever that announcer would say Sonic Boom. Go, Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Flash kick.
Everyone knows it's butter.
That's me.
Everyone knows his butt hurts.
Samuraith says that Sonic Boom made me cringe.
Hell yeah. What was that? Like Super Street Fighter? Or whatever? Super Street Fighter New Challengers or whatever thing where they changed the announcer guy. Germanium.
Samuraith says, Super Yep.
Round 2. It's like those Disney movies that would have the bands that would sound too like youthful. This was a Disney band. We're all happy and shit. Talking about our feelings, making us feel like this is a Disney show. We're playing the guitar and singing.
Samuraith says, only thing I somewhat liked was the Fei Long voice, the high-pitched Bruce Lee voice.
Yeah. When they have individual voices for the characters, I like that. I don't know why they ever got rid of Guile's Sonic Boom guy, though. That was always crazy. Sonic Boom! But they did use the same guy. You know, the announcer voice guy did the sound for basically everything except for a few characters. So either they lost some sort of contract or whatever and couldn't use his voice anymore or whatnot, and then the fans got pissed off. So eventually they were like, well, let's do this again sometime, you know, or some shit. I don't know. Let's add this guy back to the game. We got all these players out on the field. And here comes the pitch. Oh, right down the middle, strike 1.
Samuraith
That's a
says,
wow.
Wasn't Vega the only one different?
Yeah, he'd do his little yodel thing. Yodelatole. And, of course, Chun-Li. And you have Zangief. I think he still, like, laughed and things whenever you were fighting him. What about Dalsim? Did he still have the same, like, Yo got fire? Or was it Yoga Fire? Yo got flame? Can't remember. And Cammy. Ho ho con. Ho ho fucking con.
Orion 1 star says, Yo, you got fired.
Yo, you got fired, man.
Says, think they changed it.
Yo, you got fired. Yo, you got flamed, man. There. The Bob Ross is around us always. It's like the Force. Use the Ross. May the Ross be with you. In a day, talking away, I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you. Okay, I think I'm going to call that a stream. You know, it's always like 3 hours short anyway. I had some interesting time. Ticked off a guy in Dyson for no reason. I mean, I didn't do a damn... I just ran in. I didn't mean to, like, kill somebody's kill. Damn. Oh, yeah? Well, okay. Well,
Samurai says, the Roth is fish horn.
The Roth is a fish horn. to fish
Ryan
has come.
One Star says, that one really hurt my ears.
The summon Zord. It's loud and high pitched. The time to fish has come.
Samu Wraith says, top that random guy.
What would Brian Boitano do if he were here right now? I'm sure he'd kick an ass or two. That's what time we're at.
Samu Wraith says, LOL, it has been baited.
The Koskari has been baited. Prepare for battle. Gary gives 0 fucks. But yeah, interesting time playing on Dyson. In all these years, people get ticked off for no damn reason.
Just Call McCower says, https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals BNJW113TBKK. Just Call McCower says, that is Fishhorn.
That is Fishhorn.
Samu Wraith says, I still can't get over that guy Scorp.
Isn't it crazy? People can get upset over the smallest things.
Samu Wraith says, at Just Call McCower love that Fishhorn.
You're giving me an idea. Use the universal backdrop and have the Fishhorn play over it. Change it to Klingon pictures. Klingon pictures original. I don't know. They probably don't have TV back on Klingon Chronos, do they? They don't have time for that shit. You know. All right, and we had Greebog subscribed with Prime. Did not have to do that. I do appreciate
Just
it.
Call
There's
McCower
never a
says,
need to subscribe
that is
to me.
what I think of every time Fishhorn plays.
Every time.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Greebog says, I mean it was a Prime sub, so you know.
Yeah, I get it. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry I don't like get on your your streams, but I never know when everything is streaming. I go to work, I get on here like at my time, and then I get off there and go to bed. I mean, I have no
Samu
life.
Wraith says, at Greebog, good seeing you.
Yeah, it's always good seeing Greebog. Greebog. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully. If I wake up. Hopefully I'll wake up at like a decent damn time. I get tired of waking up in the night. You know, I go to bed whenever the sun comes up and I go wake up when it's down.
Samu Wraith says, the Greebog has been baited, prepare for battle.
The Greebog has been baited. Prepare for battle. A nice long good death.
Just Call McCower says, you will probably wake up at 9:50 p.m.
For real.
Greebog says, it is kind of how I am. I do my thing and sometimes can check and see who is streaming.
Dude's like, how long till the Ryza event? Like, several months away. I feel like we just had Ryza. My gosh, I don't know that. Like, if I could do, if it were back to back, like, you know, Q's Winter Wonderland and Ryza, my gosh, I would go through some insane anxiety because that would not be like enough time to in between, you know. But let's see.
Samu Wraith says, that's like the bug hunt event, I'm counting down the days.
One of
Greebog
these
says,
days.
anniversary event is coming here at the end of the month.
Have they, like, said what they'll be doing for the anniversary? And so far, for the Riz character,
Samu Wraith says,
have,
at Greebog yearly to finish it, so stoked.
build on him. That's the underlook of what I can do so far of the Riz Klingon so far. Even though he's
Greebog
4
says,
inches shorter.
not that I heard. I am basing off standard time frame from previous years on knowing it is coming.
We gotta get these two gamma reputations unlocked for Riz's armor. and then like turn him into like one of the special upgraded boffs, so they can have like a kit frame, and get his weapons and make his traits, and then send him into battle with Gary at Dyson, probably like the first go out. We'll see how that works out. And then like over time, more people could, more real players can join Gary and his shenanigans. Kagan's always there because he never goes away. Damn thing. He's stuck to Gary's boot. Get off of me, Kagan. But sir, I need to snow. Get off of me, Kagan. Yeah.
Orion 1 star says, I have a character named Silver Knight Kalis.
Riz, hello. A character named Silver Knight Kalis. Cool. Not that you've heard. I know we'll probably be
Orion
doing like
1 star says, is Klingon side.
Klingon side. I know we'll probably be doing like the Omega thing, you know.
Just Call Makover says, https://u2.b/iti0 Kamuk, t equals 37.
Kamuk.
Just Call Makover says, this is my favorite.
I like
Samu
that.
Wraith
It said
says,
Kamuk.
Scorpii for one will probably start more Jerry the Klingon.
Jerry the Klingon. Little brother of Gary. On PlayStation. I'm on PC. Riz is on Xbox. Sam is on PlayStation. But I'm putting a Riz in Gary's like what do you call it? You don't call it like a team. It's more like just a strange collection of people.
Orion 1 star says, I'm on PC.
PC, where you wanna be? Yes.
Grievig says, what about Mary the Klingon?
Hey, who knows?
Samu Wraith
Could
says,
be one out there.
I may make you a first officer of Jerry's at Romeo India Zulu.
That's right.
Orion 1 star says, so basically you're modeling characters after your friends. That's nice.
Yeah. Anybody that like, if you're on a console specifically, and you want to be part of like Gary's, team of misfits, and you want to like, just pick one of your characters that you have and give me the physical details or whatever like that, and I'll try to make them to my best ability in the game. Because a lot of stuff's not going to work over, because if it's your captain, of course you're not going to have all the stuff, because captain versus boss are limited. But yeah, it's a little fun idea, That way, whenever we go out into the field and ground, I got
Samu Wraith
chatters
says,
playing.
at Orion 1 star it's fun, I love it. I got already a Trisender one. I probably should remake him since I made him an alien.
An alien? Well, it's got to be like, okay, yeah, if you create some body, I wouldn't want you to like submit like one of Triz's people and me make them, and then all of a sudden you see them in the game, hey, that's my character, what the hell, I don't want to do that. But yeah, it's a little fun thing. And I could also program a little bit of Python to where maybe, I'll give you a specific like little square, like say AO here is stubborn, but you can always select.
Orion 1 star
well,
says,
I think you can.
Yet I think you should get permission from Trisender so no bad blood gets started. I always get permission from people when I'm modeling them unless they're fictional characters.
Dona eis requiem. Pie Jesu Domine. Dona eis requiem.
Samu Wraith says, at Orion 1 star he's cool with it. I asked before I made it.
Dona eis requiem.
But anyway, when you're not on a social map like this and you're down like on, say, Nimbus or something, you can have your character where you can control some of what they do.
Samu Wraith says, Hill, I got asked am I the real Trisender before hahaha at Orion 1 star.
But you can...
Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu.
You can assign like ground character abilities to the slots here, and I was thinking like I could do that so that when Riz is watching, playing, and I'm doing whatever, he can actually press a button in the chat and make his own character in my game do their ability or whatever. And I thought that would be kind of funny, you know, because he can already do it anyway. I mean, stow press is the command that Riz can use. Like stow press A6. It'll make it press A6, and it'll make the security people pop up, you know. But, you know, something like that. It's just little ideas in my head that float around. You know, kind of like in the toilet. The little ideas you got there after you've been through the toilet. They come out your ass, though. They don't come out your head. In the turret.
Just Call Makor says, alright, I am ending stream now. Give you an idea for having Jim at our security dressed like the moon and black. I hope you can do it. Call it up. Thank you for help tonight.
Methuselah's
Samurai
awesome.
says, I definitely need to get the Methuselah
I
Part 2
am
score.
Nomad.
See, something like that. Stow pressing. What the hell are those? They got pointy ears and coral around the chin.
Don't get it, do you? You don't.
You don't.
It's no hassle. But
Orion 1 star says, you can
All
also
I'm
call a calling on non
They're gonna
because
get
of the word they use in the beginning of the tutorial. I just think it would be funny.
Knock, knock.
Just
Who's
Call
there?
Makor says,
Coral.
Coral.
Look, let me tell you a little story about a man named
Just Call Makor says,
Even
stay
before
in
you
the house,
start.
Coral.
That was a
Stay in the
preemptive
house, Coral.
Just know I have a whole bag of with your name on
What's
it.
that funny
Samurai
meme?
says, CORR all.
The funny meme where it's got Rick's head extended several times so it looks like a worm head or whatever, and it says Coral. That shit was hilarious back then. I need to watch or finish watching all of The Walking Dead so that I can finally like bury that as a watched all of stuff episodes and things. I gave up watching it like years ago, so I don't know. Anyway, yep, we're gonna end it. And then I stop talking because it'll go on forever and we won't have any kind of real fun content or anything.
In the middle of the
Just
scene.
Call Makor says, I have 3 seasons I need to watch. Just Call Makor says, and no desire to do so. Chaotic 3 Entropy says, I'm Old Greg.
All right, men.
Old
This is a
Greg.
dangerous mission, and it's likely one of us
Hello
will be
there.
killed. The landing party will consist of myself, Mr. Spock,
Samurai
Dr. McCoy,
says,
and
later,
Ensign Ricky.
guys.
Crap.
He played the Family Guy one. Hello, Old Greg. And sorry that you're coming here right when I'm leaving. I'm stupid, I can't tell you.
Orion 1 star says, watch out for the 10-month-old pregnant chick. That was a creepy scene in The Walking Dead. Very disturbing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't watched like maybe 3 or 4 seasons or something like that myself. I can't remember where I left off, actually. Anyway.
Griebig says, have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night, everyone. Bye. Going to end it in a 5-second count off of my hand, which is pinky down first, then thumb, followed by ring finger, then pointer finger, then the only finger that's
Chaotic
left.
3 Entropy says, it's from the Mighty Boosh. Check it out.
Check it out, the Mighty Boosh. Sounds interesting. And next time, flush. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Captain. Alrighty, and after that, we're going to call it a night. Good night, everybody. Have a good evening, night, morning, day, wherever you are in the world. Be awesome. See you later. Bye-bye.